And we're alive. Welcome to the Garden of the Stars. And I had a problem on YouTube, so I'm going to be live streaming through another app this morning after I left because of the position being wrong. I'm just doing the tour now through another app live onto YouTube. So I hope you'll see us and be able to join us. I'm just going to give you a minute or so before we begin. Okay, welcome. Sorry, so I had a problem with that live stream because it was in the wrong direction, but we're going to start and I'm just going to wait for everyone to join. Hi Judith. I had an issue with YouTube, so I'm now using another streamer, but I had to create a new live stream on the fly. So welcome. We're just gonna wait a minute or so, so those who are on my channel can see the link and join. Oh, you've joined. Thank you so much. Okay. And we're live, and now the quality is going to be amazing because I'm not actually doing this through YouTube. I'm doing this through a different app, and that means the quality is going to be perfect. It's going to look amazing. So it's going to be crystal clear, and we're going to have an amazing tour today. Okay, so I think we can begin. I'm going to turn the camera around for just a quick second. Hey, it's Matt, and today we are going to be walking along and looking at the most amazing skyline in the world, one of the most amazing skylines. We're going to be walking along the TST promenade. Now TST in Cantonese is Tim Tao Choi. It means sand tip mouth. It's in reference to a river that used to run through this area, and I'm just going to switch around again. But of course, if we turn around, welcome Gregory and Dan and Bev and Claire and Dina. This area is extremely built up now, so it's that river is long since gone, but the name remains. So we're here at the Garden of the Stars, and this is an area that's similar to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and it continues. It starts here at the Garden of the Stars, and we're going to walk down to the Avenue of the Stars, where we're going to see some Hong Kong celebrities, learn about the filmmakers here. Gregory asked, do those statues make you feel more at home? Very much at home. So Gregory's saying that in reference to my previous job. I used to work as a filmmaker for a TV show. I did editing, directing, content producing, and so seeing the sound guy, the lighting guy, the camera, but the director's chair is there, makes me feel very much at home. So we're gonna leave the Garden of the Stars now, and we'll make our way to the Avenue of the Stars and the Chim Sao Choi Promenade. I'm so glad you could all join, and that I can use this app that I'm using, because the quality, it's going to make it feel like you're with me. It's going to be amazing. So there we are. We're making our way to the promenade. Now, I just want to draw your attention as we go down the stairs. There's a beautiful mural, and it makes you feel like you're walking along a bridge into the harbor, and you've got some of the old fishing boats. And so we're going to take an escalator downstairs and begin our walk down and to see this amazing skyline. There it is. It's pretty epic. We'll take a postcard right here at the top, and I'll give you a nice panoramic view over the Hong Kong Island skyline. Right now we're in an area called Kowloon, and this is the part of Hong Kong that's connected to the mainland. Hi Lucas, William and Carla. and lethargy. And let's just take a quick walk there, then we'll take the escalator downstairs. We're about to get a spectacular view of the skyline from above. Okay, so here we are. We're looking onto Hong Kong Island, and we're here in TST, which is a major tourist hub. And right now we're looking across the bay. That area where the boats are, just in front of us, that is Causeway Bay. And if we just move a little bit further, if you can see on the water where that boat is passing, I'm just going to hold the camera now like that. Perfect. That's the area of Wan Chai, where you can find the Hong Kong Exhibition Center. And this is where our journey starts today. Right at the back over there is the beginning of the Tsim Sha Tsui promenade. This is a 1.6 kilometer promenade, and we're going to be walking along it, but we're going to start right here where we are. And we're going to start because part of this promenade, the part where we are right now, is the Avenue of the Stars. Now the Avenue of the Stars is it's very much based on the idea of let's take the elevator. It's very much based on the idea of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Same idea. And we're going to see some of the notable celebrities from Hong Kong that have made a contribution to the entertainment industry. And so we're just taking the lift one level down. Oh. So this promenade goes all the way to an area called Hang Hom, which is at the back, which starts right there at the back. This 1.6 kilometer promenade. It goes all the way there, and then it ends, and we're gonna go to the end of it at the Star Ferries. That's the distance it travels. Now this is where the Avenue of the Stars begin. And we'll start off here, and this really it's a space that honors celebrities of the Hong Kong film industry. And the Avenue of the Stars is about 440 meters long, and here we have a statue of Bruce Lee. Let me give you a nice postcard there. Now this is a 2.5 meter statue of Bruce Lee that was erected along the Avenue of the Stars in 2005. Now sadly, Bruce Lee, who was a martial artist, passed away on the 20th of July 1973 at the age of 32. But he made he made an amazing contribution to the film industry in America. He was one of the early pioneers that brought martial arts into Western films. So if you see movies like The Matrix and Karate Kid and all of those, that was thanks to him in the 70s and the 60s, going to Hollywood and incorporating martial arts into American films. So he was one of the pioneers of that. But let's get a great postcard of that for a second. There we go. Isn't that epic? We've got this amazing skyline, and there, perfect postcard right now. Okay, we're going to walk through Starbucks now, and we're going to learn about another Hong Kong celebrity. Now this Hong Kong celebrity, her name was also passed away at a young age. She was only 40 years old, and her name was Anita Moy, and she was known as the Madonna of the East. She was a canto pop musician. She sang in Cantonese, and sadly she passed away very early. And I'm going to give you a nice postcard of her now. There we are, let's lock it. She passed away only 40 years old due to cervical cancer, which was in her family. Her sister also passed away. And so she was a Hong Kong singer and actress who made major contributions to canto pop music, and she received numerous awards and honors, and she's remained an idol throughout her career. And here in Hong Kong she was dubbed the daughter of Hong Kong. Unfortunately, her career came to an abrupt end in 2003 when she announced she had cervical cancer, and she died that same year. And it was something that ran in the family. Her sister had died just previously, 3 years previously. So yeah, amazing person and artist, and a loss to Hong Kong, definitely. Two great artists that were lost at a young age. Now, people are not quite sure exactly why Bruce Lee passed away. There is some speculation. He did have his armpits. There's a gland in your armpit that helps you sweat, and he had the sweat gland removed. And Hong Kong, especially now in the summer, it gets very, very hot, and so it could be that there's something to do with that. We're not quite sure exactly what the reason was. Here, if you're wondering who is this funny creature, this is actually a Hong Kong cartoon character. It's very famous, and so his name is MacDowell, and he's a very popular Hong Kong cartoon character here. And so of course he had to have a space here in the promenade. Now, as we walk now in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, you have to look on the ground to find those the stars. But here in the Avenue of the Stars, all of the plaques honoring the various directors and actors and actresses are here, overlooking this amazing view. And these are all celebrities and directors that have since passed, and they've been honored with plaques. Here you can see this film entrepreneur Sir Run Shaw, and in some of them they've got some handprints. I'll show you one now. Here's the actor, Mr. Tao Tat Hua. So very reminiscent of the Hollywood Walk of Fame with the handprints. And you couldn't ask for a more epic place to be in Hong Kong to honor celebrities and directors and filmmakers and artists. So the big reason to come here is to the promenade is to come for a stroll, and some people come here, you'll see now, they come here for a run, to exercise, to take selfies, but it's just a really great place to come to relax and enjoy a stroll. Doesn't matter the time of day. during right now, you've got this beautiful clear sky. You can look onto the mountain on Hong Kong Island. In fact, last week, if we look straight ahead, we were in that clouded area. We were in that clouded area looking out onto the promenade here where we are today. So we're lucky enough to be able to see Hong Kong from lots of different points of view. Now straight ahead, I'm going to zoom in quickly. Can you see that line? That used to be the old Hong Kong airport, and we're going to be going there in a week or two's time. It was one of the most, it was the 6th most dangerous airport in the world. So look out for that. Now, there's so much to see, so much to do here. On our right hand side, they've just opened a new mall a few years ago. It's called the K11 Musera, and it's one of the most upmarket and fancy malls in Hong Kong. And I'm just going to turn around and we'll give you a little look up. It's an amazing mall. It's got a beautiful rooftop garden at the top, and it's also got a Lego museum, believe it or not. And there's lots of places where you can eat, and occasionally they have some art exhibitions there. So it's more than just a mall. And they always have. You can see we've got a Gucci store right here. There's always lots to admire and see when you're here at the promenade. Now as we turn the corner, we're going to get a even better view overlooking the promenade. We're going to get a view of the central business district, and also we're going to be able to see some of the numerous tourist attractions that you can visit here on the promenade. Now, if you come here at night, I recommend coming to the promenade at 8 p.m. and there's a platform I'll show you a bit later where you can watch something called the Symphony of Lights. That's a show that's about 40 different businesses on Hong Kong Island and near Kowloon are involved with it, and there's music that's been composed especially for it and played by the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra, and that show happens every night at 8 p.m. and you can check it out on the Facebook group. I did a test live stream for Facebook, and it's still there, so if you want to watch that, that's on Traveling the World Virtually, the guide group. Definitely check that out. And here we come to my favorite part of the promenade. We've got these beautiful overhangs here, and this is a hotel, and it's been refurbished during COVID, and I think it's going to be opening again soon. But it's got probably one of the most spectacular views from Kowloon, where we are. Now in Hong Kong, we no longer need to wear masks, although people still do, but it is an optional choice. It's no longer required. And I'm just going to point out some places. We're looking now at the area called Central on Hong Kong Island, and across the bay you can see the Ferris. I'm just going to see if I can zoom in a bit. There we go. And that Ferris wheel will be going on a tour of that Ferris wheel very soon. And the building behind it, I'll zoom out now. That's the tallest building on Hong Kong Island. Now, not many people know about this, but there's actually a museum at the top of that building. It's the Hong Kong Monetary Authority Museum. It's not advertised at all, but it's an amazing museum that teaches you about the Hong Kong currency, one of the most traded currencies in the world. And it's got beautiful views everywhere. And it's the tallest building in Hong Kong. So if you ever find yourself in Hong Kong and want to visit a hidden gem, that is definitely where you want to go and check that out. The Central, the big business district in Hong Kong where most people work, and it's a very accessible area. In fact, you can take a boat, a ferry, and we'll see some of those ferries very soon. That take maybe 1 or 2 minutes to get across the water. And we're coming to really the tourist hub now of Tsim Sha Tsui. Right in front of us we have the it is an impressive skyline, right? I'm gonna give you a nice postcard now, and of the skyline, because the central part is the most spectacular. There we are. Okay, I'm gonna hold that. Yeah, it's hidden in plain sight, but you wouldn't know it's there unless someone told you about that museum. Okay, I hope you're getting some good postcards. Let me give you a nice side view, lock that in for you, and then I'm going to turn around and give you one more view overlooking the eastern part of the island. Now, what's great about you watch a live stream, you're able to just go back anytime, and if you didn't get the postcard you wanted, it's just easy to go back and find it. Okay, so here we have the Hong Kong Museum of Art, and this massive museum with a ever-changing collection of Chinese art is free to visit. So I really recommend it. If you find yourself in TSD, definitely come here to the Hong Kong Museum of Art. It has an art collection of over 17,000 items, and it's open every day from about 10 a.m. to maybe 5, 6, 7 p.m. depending on the day. And the new museum was formally inaugurated by the Governor Chris Patton on the 11th of September 1992. And here we have the end of the Avenue of the Stars, and we end the Avenue of the Stars with the Hong Kong Film and Television Award statue. I'm gonna try and get you a nice postcard there without any people. Let me lock onto it for you. So that's the statue that if you're a filmmaker here in Hong Kong and you win at the Hong Kong Film Awards, this is their version of the Oscars. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you around the corner, and there's two things I want to show you. The first one is a beautiful garden that's literally just not hidden away, and you would never even suspect that you would find this green area in what is a very built up and concrete jungle. But if we just take a few steps, we suddenly find ourselves in this beautifully landscaped garden, and for just a few moments it doesn't feel like we're in the city anymore. Because there's some beautiful green. So Hong Kong is full of contrast like this. Just beautiful little hidden away spaces that if you just take the time to explore and look around, you can find them. Now we're going to make our way to the Hong Kong Space Museum. Now I'm kind of a nerd, and the Space Museum is one of my favorite places to visit. It opened on the 8th of October 1980, and it's most notable for its hemispherical shape, which contains the planetarium. That's what we're looking at right now. Now, the main facilities of the museum are the planetarium, and then it's got two exhibitions focusing on the solar system and cosmology, and then the second section focusing on the history of space flight. And the planetarium's egg-shaped dome covers about 8,000 square meters, making it a famous landmark in Hong Kong. And right behind it, we have one of the most important hotels. Let me see if I can give you a nice close-up of it. This is the Peninsula Hotel, and it's been around for a long time. In fact, during the World War, the Japanese took it over and used it as their main base. And during that time, there were gunshots that were made through the walls of the hotel, and so it's a hotel with a lot of history, and it's the most fancy place you can stay when you come to Hong Kong. So I want to give you a beautiful postcard of the best hotel here in Hong Kong, the Peninsula. It's worthy of a tour in itself. It's got a lot of history, and beautiful place to come have high tea here in Hong Kong. Okay, let's continue our journey. There's two more places I want to take you. So here's the entrance. If you're coming to the Hong Kong Museum of Art, this is the entrance over here. Exit is in the front where we were, and the entrance is here at the back. Yeah, my dad's joined the chat. Welcome, mate. And it'd be nice to do a high tea tour of that hotel. So here's the entrance to the museum. And what I often like doing, so let's get a Hong Kong Museum of Art, there we go. What I like to do is, they have a rotating set of films here at the planetarium, and so not all based about space, some about animals, some about amazing locations in the world. And so I love to come and join. I'm very impressed that my dad's on this tour, and I'm very impressed because I know what time it is in South Africa. It's in the early hours, so thanks for joining so early. Oh, Holly's asking how much is the hotel. I'm not sure, but it's a couple of thousand Hong Kong dollars. I will post on the group how much it is, and with some more information about the Peninsula Hotel. It is one of the most expensive hotels here in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, of course, being one of the most expensive cities in the world. Now I want to show you another little great place to come So if you ever find yourself in Hong Kong and you find yourself on the promenade and you want to grab a drink. Oh, so Dan says he's surprised to see how few people there are on a Saturday. Now Dan, I'm going to let you on a little secret, and this is the secret of Hong Kong. Most places in Hong Kong only open at 10 a.m. Like for instance, the museum here only opens 10 a.m. Right now, it's still it's about 9:30, and so most people in Hong Kong tend to go to bed late and wake up late. And so the trick with Hong Kong, if you want to see not too many people, usually this place will be packed, is just to go quite early, like 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock here is considered early, before everything opens at 10. And so that's the trick. But usually Hong Kong is, especially on a Sunday, is the most packed place ever. So this is the bar that's linked to the Museum of Modern Art. It's called Ink, and you can't ask for a better place to come to enjoy a cocktail or drink or a cool drink, and then have this spectacular, epic view. It's the best view, and the drinks here are very reasonable, and you can't go wrong coming for a drink here and having this amazing view. Okay, up ahead of us is the Hong Kong Cultural Centre. It occupies a prime site here. I just want to show you how it's so massive. I can't even show it to you on the screen. It's just massive. It occupies a prime site here on the Kowloon waterfront, and has many advanced facilities. It attracts the widest range of first-class performances, including concerts, operas, large-scale dance, ballet, drama, experimental theatre, and musicals, film screenings, conventions, conferences, exhibitions. And you can see they're setting up a exhibition right here as we speak. Oh, Hokrez asks, have you visited the Kusama exhibit in Hong Kong? I don't think I have. If you can share on my Facebook group where it is, maybe we can go there. That would be awesome. And so the Cultural Museum here was completed 37 years ago in 1986, and construction started in 1986, and it opened in the 8th of November 1989. And inside the Cultural Centre, you're going to find a concert hall with 2,019 seats, a grand theatre with 1,734 seats, and a small studio theatre that can hold between 300 and 496 people, depending on the way that it's set up. Now, above us is where you go at 8 p.m. every evening if you want to watch the Symphony of the Lights music show, and I recommend that you see that show. I've got it on. It's on that Facebook group, but I will maybe do it live again and put it on my YouTube channel as well. Great show. It's only 15 minutes every day, and a great place and a time to come. It's something not to miss when you're in Hong Kong, and it's free. Here's just another epic skyline. And what a great thing to do is to come here during the day, like we are here right now in the morning, and then come here in the evening, because you get a completely different feeling. Now there's three more things I want to show you. And the first of those three things is the clock tower. So this clock tower marks the place where the very first the train that went from Hong Kong here in TST to the border of China started. That was in 1910, and the railway has long since moved away. We've now got a high-speed rail that goes to China. We've got a regular speed rail. We've got a ferry that leaves here as well, all going to China. So there's multiple ways to get to China. But the original train that was built in 1910 is no longer here. So it's moved somewhat. But they kept the beautiful clock tower here as a reminder of that history. And now I want to talk quickly about the name of Hong Kong. So Hong Kong, if you translate the word Hong Kong into English, means fragrant harbor. And the reason why it has that name is that before Kowloon was ceded to Britain in 1860, many villages were present in this area, and they brought incense trees from the new territories, and they were gathered here in Tsim Sao Choi. And of course, these incense trees had a smell that permeated the harbor, and hence the name Fragrant Harbor. That's how Hong Kong got its name. Now, there's two more things I want to show you. Oh yes. So I have been. Okay, so Rockway's, now that you're saying that, yes, I have been to the M Plus Museum, and I've been also to the Palace Museum. There's a new place called the West Kowloon Cultural District, and they've got a bunch of museums and exhibitions, and probably the best museum, well, one of the best museums of modern art in the world is located there. That just opened in November 2021, I believe, and it's an amazing place to go. We've been there a couple of times. Unfortunately, you can't film inside the museum. And here we have the Star Ferry. This is one of the top ferry rides in the world. And the Star Ferry started in 1888. It was one of the first public ways of helping the public get here from TST to Central over there. And what's unique about the ferries here, and they've each got a unique name. This one's called the World Star, is that they don't need to turn around. So they just go like this. I'm just going to show you my finger. They go up and they go down, but with no need to turn around. And so they're very efficient, and it only takes a couple of minutes to go from side to side. In fact, you can see there's a ferry coming in right now as we speak. And they go to two areas. They all come to TST, and they go to Central, and then they also go to where the exhibition center is in Wan Chai. So grab a postcard. Let's zoom in a little bit of one of the most amazing ferry rides in the world, and also a great thing to do during the day and then to do at night. It gives you a completely different experience, and you really do feel like, wow, this is an amazing city when you get to experience that. And the final thing I want to show you today, and we're going to be going there on a future tour later this month, is this building over here. This is the ICC, or the International Commerce Center, and it's believe it or not, it's the 13th tallest building in the world. It's 108-story, 484 meter, or 1,588 feet, super tall skyscraper, and underneath it is located the shopping mall, and it's very close to the high-speed train that takes you to mainland China. Oh, I just lost the lock. They're locking us again. And it's the 13th tallest building by height, the 10th tallest by the number of floors, and it's also Hong Kong's tallest building, and the only building with over 100 stories. It was the world's 4th tallest and 3rd tallest in Asia when it was completed in 2010, but since then many massive skyscrapers have been built. So I just want to say thank you to you, and let's zoom out a little bit because we've got the perfect shot of the Star Ferry coming in there. Grab a postcard of that. I just want to say thank you to you for joining me, and keep on adventuring, keep on exploring the world. And if you haven't joined my YouTube channel yet, please give me a follow. You can also join my Facebook group, and if you enjoyed what you saw and you want to contribute, you can make a contribution at Buy Me a Coffee. So I hope you had an amazing time. This tour will be put on YouTube later, so you can view it any time you like, and I hope you had an amazing time. And thank you, Hakres, for sharing that. I'm going to check that out, that exhibition out. Great. So I'll just turn around the camera quickly and say, from Matt in Hong Kong, I hope you keep on exploring, keep on adventuring, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.